Hey, Ripley.
Oh, jeez. You just scared the heck out of me. Gosh, why do you sneak up on me? You just snuck up on me. What is it? What is it, Xeno? I call you Xeno because you're a xenomorph. You're an alien. You're from Aliens. You're from the movie Aliens, guys. Let me just keep everybody up to speed because they got to be sure that they're watching the right program. They're watching the Aristotle Full Throttle program. What's up, Ismail? Q-U-E-Q-U-E-A. What is it, Xeno?
I just wanted to ask you something. I wanted to ask you something.
You sound a little raspy today. What's wrong with you?
Sorry. Sometimes I forget
To eat my cough drops in the morning.
Oh,
What is it?
yeah, Ripley, I know that I have been totally shirking my duties lately around here in the Nostromo, and we have to live here together, and we have to make sure that we can get along. But I have to say, I'm really angry with you.
What is it? Why?
Well, remember when you... Now, don't take this the wrong way, but remember when you blowtorched all my alien eggs? Remember that?
Oh, yeah. About that.
Yeah. Well, I was totally upset about it at first, right?
Right.
But I forgive you.
Okay. Well, yeah. I'm sorry.
I forgive you.
Do you really?
Yeah, I forgive you, Ripley.
Is that because today's theme is about redemption?
Well, yeah, if you want to redeem yourself, you could probably maybe not destroy my next brood.
I can do that, I suppose. But I do have this flamethrower, and it's a blowtorch. It's a flamethrower. It throws flames. I'm against guns, but I do like flames.
Okay. But just be sure not to kill any of my offspring, thanks.
Now, hey, that woman, did you know that if you took all of the stars in the universe and stole them from the sky,
Are you gonna say that the stars, I have more stars in my eyes than in the whole universe, the whole solar system, the whole galaxy?
no. I was gonna say that there's millions of if you took every grain of sand.
Are you gonna say that there's more stars in the galaxies than there are grains of sand on every beach on on the whole Earth?
No. I was going to say that if you were to take the nebula, the gaseous
Are you gonna say
no.
I am the world's greatest detective? You know that, right?
Okay. What does that got to do with all of the gaseous cloud formations and all of the galaxies all over?
Listen, I'm not gonna give you my number. Okay? Neil the Badass Tyson, I'm not gonna give you my number. Besides, you wouldn't even know how to... I have a bat signal. You have to use a bat signal in order to get in touch with me. Okay?
Yeah. Well, then call me crazy, but just don't call me late for dinner.
Hey everybody, what's up, Melancon? You got your own bobblehead. You might notice that you have your own bobblehead. I'm Aristotle Full Throttle, your bro with the fro, and this is the show that we do every day, 5 days a week, Monday through Friday, 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Guys, if you are on Instagram right now, you can donate to the ACLU. We do this for the ACLU, for the people in the back row. I wear my fro for the people in the back row. Guys, you could do that. You could like and share, like and share, like and share. If you show up on any of the platforms, just immediately like and share this because, you know, we got to do it for something. We got to do the show. Guys, I'm having one of those days where I'm just, hey, Shy DMB, the show must go on. It's just one of those days, you know? It's all about the he said, she said. It's all about Limp Bizkit. I'm having a Limp Bizkit of a day. And let me tell you, that's not good, to say the very least. Oh, man. I don't know what it is, if it's the confluence of the change of weather, the days are ending earlier, maybe I'm coming down from the elation of this last weekend that, hooray, perhaps we will oust this guy that's currently in the White House. I say perhaps because the guy in the White House, Mr. McDonald Trump, this guy is like, he's not admitted defeat yet. I don't know if he's trying to show a sign of strength, but he is the weakest, most childish baby man ever. I don't understand why people think that his petulance, that his resistance, that his throwing tantrums is a sign of strength. It's a sign that he is a child, he is emotionally undeveloped, he's a malignant narcissist, he's got problems, he must go, but he cannot accept this reality. He's like firing people at the Pentagon, people are walking out of the Pentagon, the Secretary of Defense is gone. Because this guy is just like, this guy, when I say this guy, I mean Trump. I'll tell you this. Hey, everybody, it's me. I'm your Uncle Joe Pop Biden. We just decided on that this very second. You know, now that I won the thing, I'm gonna take the knick-knack paddywhack-a-pie hole. I'm gonna grab that guy. I'm gonna lift that guy Trump right up by the scruff of his neck and throw him down the pie hole. I'm gonna rock and sock him five-finger digital clock that guy. I don't even understand digital clocks. I can't read them. I'm serious. I mean it. I can't even read it. They print the numbers up on the screen. I don't go by digital clocks. I'm gonna sandpaper that guy's floorboards. You know what I mean? I'm going to take that president out of there. If he doesn't leave the White House by January 20th at 12:01 p.m., I'll reroute his cheekbones by way of his medulla oblongata. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to take that guy, the whole kit and caboodle, and throw the whole shebang out the window of the White House. We're going to remove all the orange bronzer from the bathrooms of the White House. You know what I mean? I'm telling you, I'm getting in there. I'm gonna get in there. I'm gonna take the whole holy moly enchilada with the whole taco truck. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna crash. We're gonna toss that. Taco truck sounds pretty good right about now. I'm serious. I mean it. I'm your Uncle Joe right here. I don't take no malarkey, but I will take a mole enchilada. Do you think they make a mole on a taco truck? That seems like a complex process to make a mole sauce. There's some chocolate in there or something. Some people don't like mole. Some people don't like cilantro. Cilantro is the most divisive thing, more so than Republicans and Democrats and Donald Trump and Joe Biden. You're going to get people fist fighting over enchiladas and cilantro. The whole whippersnapper, firecracker, knuckle dragon oaf. I'm going to knock that guy 3 ways from Saturday, 2 ways from Sunday, 15 ways from Thursday. You know what I mean? Anyway, I'm the new president-elect. I don't take no malarkey, but this government, they sure do need a talking to. They can't be redeemed. Can we redeem this White House? Can this White House be redeemed? You see me run out there last Saturday? I ran out there I did like a jog. I was jogging. I was showing you. I'm gonna knock you out. All-out pace. Imagine Trump running out there. He'd slip and fall. He can't even walk down a ramp. Thank you, President-elect Biden. I like that that's his new title. What do you think, Baby Yoda? He could take it or leave it. He's non-partisan, Baby Yoda. He'll eat your eggs, no matter what species of frog you are. Oh, yeah. Let me get your hand up here so you can do your little thing. Let me get you up there, buddy. Let me prop you up there so people can see you, because you're the star of the show. You are the cutest. You're the baby Yoda. You're the star of this show. You're the star of the Mandalorian. You just got star power, baby Yoda. You got star power. I'm telling you, I'm tired. I don't know if you could see it from the bags under my eyes or from the baby Yodas under my chins, but I don't know. It's just the days are getting shorter. Soon we'll have negative days. Donnie Mercado, wake the hell up. I'm not yelling at you. I'm just reading your name. Channel reported that, and I am now calling FBI office in Milwaukee. Reported to YouTube and now calling FBI. Get the FBI here. They're gonna break down my door. I love it. Oh no, the FBI. They're coming after me. FBI, do you mean like, what does FBI stand for? Frankfurters by Inception. I don't know. Good golly. We gotta get the FBI's on the case. That will draw some attention to this. It'll be me and Logan Paul, or Paul. Which Paul was it that got FBI raided because of all his guns? FBI are gonna come and take away all my guns. That'll be great. Oh, I threatened the president. I didn't threaten the president, first of all. It was Joe Biden. What you talking about? I tell you, I gotta knock that guy through this. You ever see Rocky 4? Remember I'm gonna run up a hill, I'm gonna chop some wood, I'm gonna saw down a tree, I'm gonna shadow box. And then once I get to the ring with that guy, Donald Trump, current president, I'm gonna punch him out. Now, if the FBI thinks this is an actual credible threat, may they knock down my door right now. I'm serious. I mean it. If they think I'll take that guy behind the school bleachers and you ever see the Three Stooges? I'll grab his nose with one hand and slap it with the other. You know what I mean? I'll give that guy a nosebleed. He's more of a nosebleed. Wow, you're mental going to call now. I love this.
I mean, you and me, Donnie Mercado, we're both on the same page about this guy. I mean, you're watching the same thing I'm watching with my super friends. And let me just say that if the FBI comes knocking at my door, I'll just stick my super friends on them. That kind of reminds me of the storyline for Captain America Civil War. There's too much Popeye music going on, guys. I gotta get rid of Biden. Let's see. The second screen is hard to read on the mobile YouTube. Yeah, look, guys, I'm on TV, right? Right now I'm on TV. And right now you're on TV. But it's hard to read. Like, just like these jokes are hard to read. They don't read as jokes. They read as mental, according to Donnie Mercado. Wake the hell up. Yeah, anyway, I'm going to take... if I ever see Donald Trump, I'm going to rip his wig off and slap him with it. FBI, come at me, bro.
Yeah, FBI. Call the FBI. Thank you. The FBI will come here and assess, and they'll say, "Oh, was this the threat?" It's so funny. You guys are funny. But I was just saying, I'm about having one of those days where it's tiring. I'm tired. Some people can't digest farcical humor. Yeah, those people, it's funny. Sarcasm does not work on some people. Yet, it's ridiculous. Like, currently, the president does not understand sarcasm. Like, the other day, I mean, a few weeks ago, when Joe Biden was like, look at Abraham Lincoln over here. And he's like, what? I'm not Abraham Lincoln. Why did you call me I never said I was Abraham Lincoln. Sarcasm goes like this. They don't understand sarcasm. They take it personally because they cannot detect it, so they get upset and angry about it. You know, it's a funny thing. A lot of funny things. I have a meme that I posted the other day with Trump on the phone, and he's like, "What? Who's Felicia? What? I'm not Felicia. Why are you calling me Felicia?" And that's Donnie Mercado right now. He doesn't know who Felicia is. FBI, Felicia Biden investigation. Guys, we're gonna talk about redemption. And listen, Donnie Mercado, wake the hell up. But let's play that song. Let's play the song. Let's get us in the mood to rock out, guys. Let's see. I'm gonna just turn this down here. Turn this down. Redemption song. I just pulled that out of the air droplets. I pulled that out of my fomites.
Hey, listen, everybody. President Drax. Hey, that's hilarious. I like that. I actually met Drax in my journeys across the galaxies. Guardians of the Galaxy 3. The script is done, by the way. I just want to give you that news. James Gunn announced today that the script for Guardians of the Galaxy 3 is ready. The producers are in place. And Drax. We're going to call people that don't get jokes Draxes. All right? Will? Is this Will? Is this Will reads it. He gets it. If the people they don't understand humor, we're gonna call them Drax. Knock them out, knock them, bang zoom to the moon. You know what I mean? To the moons of the Io and Ganymede. Ganymede.
Ganymede. That's one of my favorite names. If I have a band, I'm gonna call it Ganymede. It's too obscure. It's too weird. Oh, what's going on with you guys today? How are you? I ate peanuts today. I had this. I think people are sad. Yeah. FBI's coming. Guys, I think it's funny. I think that I'm gonna riff on this for a bit now. Hey, Zeno.
Yeah, what is it?
Did you listen, Zeno? I have a question for you.
What?
When I was looking, what's that sound?
I don't know.
When I was looking at one of the VHS tapes, it said FBI warning on it.
Yeah, so?
Did you rent a video from Blockbuster and then record it onto a different VHS tape?
I did.
That's against the FBI. There's an FBI warning. The FBI is going to come after us.
Oh, because I recorded a tape? I recorded two
Get away. Can you stand back?
Yo, sorry.
Yeah. The FBI warning at the beginning. Actually, that did happen. Someone did get fined $25,000.
Oh, no. How will they ever find us?
That's true. We're just going to have to keep... We're on a collision course with Earth right now. Because some synthetic human decided that it would be a good idea to bring you back to Earth as an asset.
Oh, yeah. That was Ash, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Sorry that... But you did knock his head off with a fire extinguisher.
I had to. It's just one of those days. Baby Yoda throwing cheeseburgers. Yes. So much fun. Here we go. Oh, we're getting off the rails now. Oh man, it's just gonna be one of those days. Hang on a second, I gotta find the button. Yeah.
Please put down your comedy. Please, Donnie, please. This is the FBI. I now work for the FBI. Guys, you didn't know that. I'm a not only am I a RoboCop, I'm a RoboCoptopus. There are 8 crimes happening. But I thought to myself, how can I do this on like a federal level? And then, good thing that Donnie is calling the FBI. You know what? We should call the FBI right now, together. But we're streaming on another phone, so we can't do that. So, I have been tasked with with shutting down this YouTube channel. Please put down your YouTube streaming channel. This is Ed Sheeran 209. I cannot handle this. There's too many threats to the president's. There's a cartoon Joe Biden making comical threats at the president to physically hurt him. Yeah, that's the charge. Okay, well, I find that personally offensive, and I find your music personally offensive. Hey, I'm Ed Sheeran 209, and I will play acoustic guitar for you. Please don't. I will. Donnie Marcano. Listen, Donnie Marcano doesn't have anything interesting to add to the conversation, so he is now not redeeming himself. Yeah. Your move, creep.
I'd buy that for $1.
Cool. Awesome. I will await them coming to the door, Donnie. I find it funny, Donnie. Now, can you show me the? Would you like to call in, and then we could call the FBI together? See, Donnie, let me educate you on something, because it's one of those days. The FBI only fields credible threats to the life of the president. Now, a guy with a baby Yoda next to his microphone with a talking cartoon Biden, to you might be a credible threat to the president's life. To 99.9% of humans who can understand sarcasm, it is not. So, Donnie, come on, man. Come on, man. Get serious. This is why... I do. Listen, you can help me, Donnie, by liking this video, sharing this video, subscribing to this channel. That's how you can help. That is how you can help. Listen, I would like for you to work on your sarcasm. We're going to have sarcasm lessons here, okay? Because we don't take no malarkey, all right? That's just malarkey. Now, Donnie, I need you to take a moment to self-reflect, okay? I'm serious. I mean it. As president-elect, I know that hurts your ears, Donnie, but as president-elect, I would like for us, I'm going to be your president. Not only will I be president for Democrats, but I'll be president for Republicans. I'll be president for all Americans. And not only will I be president for all Americans, I'll be the president of space. I will be the president of outer space. And, maybe we'll see Donald Trump floating past me. I'm going to knock him in the teeth. Knock him right out into outer space. You know what I mean? I'm serious. I'm going to take the president. I'm going to take him to restyle his hair with a pitchfork and a weed whacker. You know what I mean? That's what I'm going to do. You ain't seen nothing like... You'll see. It'll be an improvement, really. So much comedy fodder. Knows. We're going to get to 10,000 subscribers sooner or later on YouTube or Twitch. And once we do, there's going to be a lucky viewer who subscribes and comments and participates in the show who will win? Never mind my burping. Who will win a PS5? But Donnie, it's not going to be you. I promise you that. Or it could be if you redeem yourself. Because today's subject is redemption. And if, Donnie, you have found it in your heart to be redeemed on the Aristotle Full Throttle Show, you might qualify to win that PS5. Listen, I'm indiscriminate with who will win this PS5. The only requirement is that you subscribe and comment and join the discussion. Because if you're part of the discussion, I'll get to know you, and then maybe you'll win that PS5. Road to Perdition was a redemption movie, right? I think it was Road to Redemption. Redemption to Perdition. That was the one with Paul Newman, old Blue Eyes. That guy, Paul Newman's own salad dressing. That movie. Wait, did that movie also have Tom Hanks in there? Was Tom Hanks in that movie? I just realized simply naming a movie a redemption movie can be a spoiler if you don't know what the redemption are. That's true. So this is going to be a spoiler discussion. But if it's the Shawshank Redemption, you're already you're going into it knowing something, right? The Shawshank Redemption. That's very true. Does Hamilton count? Eliza forgives him. Ooh, Hamilton. Yeah, you know what we could do? We can talk about the redemption of certain characters in movies. Maybe. I mean, I feel like every 80s movie has a redeeming character. You know, except for like the Karate Kid or something like that. But even at the end of Rocky IV, the greatest movie ever to exist.
Hey, everybody. This is the Carl Weathers Predator Weathers Report featuring the Action Jackson AccuPredator Weathers Forecast and Cardi B. Now, as you might remember, I was in Rocky IV for part of it until I died, until I got killed by the Russian. The Russian super boxer. He was like a super boxer. Then Rocky single-handedly or single-fistedly defeated communism. But even in that last moment, after Rocky defeats communism, we kind of forgive Ivan Drago, you know? We kind of understand his circumstance. He is just a useful idiot. He's an agent of the state. You know what I mean? He's just used to fight Rocky, and then he decides to fight for himself. And once he does that, we kind of forgive him a little bit, right? Because he gets beat. He gets his ass beat. What do you say there, Cardi B? There you go again, Cardi B, sounded like sonar. Anyway, it's cold out. This has been the Carl Weathers Predator Weathers Report featuring the Action Jackson AccuPredator Weathers Forecast and Cardi B.
I'd buy that for $1.
There's a lot going on here. Creed 2 is the completion of the redemption arc, of that redemption arc. I like Creed 2. I like both the Creed movies. True. Yeah. That is. They do bring him back. There was a scene that they cut out of Creed 2 where it was an actual fisticuffs between Sylvester Stallone and our favorite Dolph Lundgren. They had a fisticuffs in that bar, that scene or something like that. They just bare knuckle fight in the in that scene. Just like I'm gonna bare knuckle box that guy right out of the White House. You know what I mean? Biden taunting, constantly taunting. Cardi B is used by the Navy. Yes, Cardi B is a very essential asset to the United States nuclear submarine program. Y'all tripping. The real redemption movie is Toy Story. Ooh, Toy Story is a good one. That is, you know what? You got us there. You got us there, the Ricky Elliott. Toy Story is a great redemption story. I mean, there's so many good ones. Unforgiven. Do you guys like Unforgiven? The last movie of the Clint Eastwood era sort of westerns. I like that movie a lot. I like that he's sort of answering his own career as a filmmaker. He directed Unforgiven, won Best Picture for Unforgiven, won Best Director for Unforgiven, and it also, you know, it also stars Morgan Freeman, the disembodied head of Morgan Freeman. I'm also in that movie, Unforgiven. I'm also in The Shawshank Redemption. There's just something about me that is so redeeming and comforting. It's true. I liked that The Unforgiven was sort of Clint Eastwood looking back at his career of being a murderous cowboy. And then in The Unforgiven movie, he's just going like, oh, I did all that stuff in my career. I'm going to put it to bed with this Western, which is actually a really good movie. You know, it's not one of those cranked out spaghetti Westerns, but it was a well-made Western that put a little button on his Western career, which I thought was pretty cool. Been so long. Yeah, that one's an old one. But listen, we can't talk about redemption without talking about Star Wars Episode 9, can we? Can we? I agree.
We can't talk about redemption.
Batman, ever since we started at 5 o'clock, you've been drunk every time you show up.
Well, it is 5 o'clock somewhere.
Batman, I think we need to have a talk.
Well, I'm fine. I'm fine.
He's totally fine.
I'm fine. I'm fine.
He's fine. Looks like Baby Yoda's trying to heal you, Batman.
I'm every Batman. I'm every Batman. I have cheese nips on my bat suit. Guys,
Listen, Batman, if you work on cleaning yourself up, I'll forgive you.
okay. He's gonna get redeemed.
Uh-oh. This is weird Cyndi Lauper. Yeah. This is Cyndi Lauper. Wide Cyndi Lauper. I'm very wide. Do you forgive me, Aristotle, for firing you from that commercial? No. I was thinking about it. Rise of Skywalker, Return of the Jedi is maybe my favorite redemption film. Yes. Oh, man, I'm so glad you talked about that. Later on this week, we're going to talk with Evan Ball about movies and probably Star Wars, probably Friday. I got to confirm that with him. Thursday or Friday. Return of the Jedi is a fantastic culmination. I always liked Return of the Jedi the most when I was a kid. It's definitely more geared toward kids. I ain't got no quarrel with no Ewok. So many people who are older than me who watched Return of the Jedi come out after they saw the darkness of Empire Strikes Back, they're older than me, 10, 15 years older. They love Star Wars, and they're like, nah, when that Return of the Jedi came out and it was a bunch of teddy bears, I hated it. I was at the right age to watch that. I was very young, and I was like, I like this. This Ewok's cool. People are like, well, how did the Ewoks fight off the Empire? How were they strong enough to do that? I'm like, if you recall, they were losing to the Empire. If you watch that movie again, they were getting their little furry butts handed to them the whole movie. And then when Chewbacca hijacked an AT-ST Walker and started fighting back the Empire, the Ewoks would not have won. The Ewoks would have been totaled if were it not for Han Solo, Princess Leia, and Chewbacca. They were the ones who helped win the Battle of Endor. on the surface of the planet, on the moon of the forest moon of Endor, if we're splitting hairs. That, in all sincerity and in all earnestness, it was Chewbacca that saved those Ewoks. It was not the Ewoks. They could not fight the Empire. But I think the redemption you're talking about specifically is the fact that Darth Vader, Anakin Skywalker, killed the Emperor to save his son. And then that was undone when they brought the Emperor back for Star Wars Episode 9. The worst Star Wars movie that I have declared it is the worst Star Wars movie. It's not even a Star Wars movie. It's a trash heap. It's a space, floating through space trash heap of a movie. It is just smashed together. It's like one of those Christmas logs with just, they like rolled it in different kinds of nuts. And it's not really a candy. It's not really a log. It's just like one of those, it is a fruitcake. Nobody eats the fruitcake. If you like fruitcake, who likes candy inside the cake? Who likes mint flavored candies? Get out of here with that nonsense. Get out of here with that nonsense. But I agree with you. Return of the Jedi, one of the best redemption stories on film, in my opinion. Such a great moment. My favorite moment, and I've mentioned this many times before, is when Luke got the drop. He's got the drop on Anakin Skywalker. And now there's a beautiful interplay going on here, because the Emperor is a master manipulator, right? The Emperor is like, okay, well, I need a Sith who can be my apprentice, who is stronger than me, and who will eventually be stronger than me, and they will end up ruling. So the Emperor is looking for his right-hand man. Get the right-hand man back. Get the right-hand man. I know you need to put some thought into the letter, but the sooner the better. You need your right-hand man back. That's what the Emperor said. Actually, that's what Darth Vader said to the Emperor. And the Emperor was like, well, Darth Vader, Anakin Skywalker, obviously you're the strongest, but maybe your son is stronger, and I'm going to try to pit the two of you against each other, and then I'll find out who's stronger, and then you can be my emperor, my apprentice. And I could be the emperor, and we could rule the galaxy. But then, of course, Anakin Skywalker has the ulterior motive. Darth Vader has the ulterior motive of bringing his son and be like, yo, listen, while we're on this elevator ride up to the emperor, let me just say something. You and me, we could kill this dude, and you and me could be the strongest. And then Luke is just like, man, I'm just here to try to get you back, Dad. I'm just here to try to get you. I'm trying to get you to come back to the light. And Luke is sort of the neutral party that can be pulled in either way and be manipulated. And he gets the drop on Anakin, and he could clearly win, but he is a Jedi. So he does not go mental on Anakin. He looks at his own hand and he's like, oh, I cut off your hand. You're a robot inside. I've got a robotic hand. I am becoming you. I do not want to become you. That is the destiny that it looks like I'm following, but I will conscientiously reject that and be my own Jedi. So be your own Jedi, everybody. That was a great moment when Anakin Skywalker tossed the Emperor into the reactor of the second Death Star, only to have the Emperor show back up 3 movies later. Holdo and Poe Dameron, Finn and Rose. Yes, Star Wars is all about redemption. Star Wars is all about, you can make mistakes in life, you can mess up, but what happens is you have to acknowledge your mess up. You have to acknowledge that you are ultimately in control of your own destiny, that you have power over your, as much as you can. You have the power to react in responsible ways in any situation that you're in. You have that power. Like He-Man has the power. I have the power.
Yeah, man. Tatiana. Welcome back, Tatiana. Welcome. Yeah, loudly while I'm waxing. Yeah, you know, he could be waxing poetic, but he could also be waxing Bed Bath & Beyond candles. You know what I mean? That could be, one of those things, you know what I mean? It's just one of those days. I would like to mention that Aristotle brought up Limp Bizkit earlier. That is not classic. But it is kind of rock, sort of. We missed you, Tatiana. Thank you for coming back to us and hanging out. It's the middle of the night where you are, but we're partying all day and all night. Thank you for showing up. Remember. Hey, hang on a second. Someone in my stomach has to say hello.
Speaking of waxing pigletic, I am a hog. I would like to see the baby. I am a man. I'm a pig. Listen, we can think about all of the kinds of redemptions, all of the redeeming qualities of these paintings on this wall behind me. I am a filmmaker. I am always researching the human condition. What is it like to be a pig? What is it like to be a man? I'm always researching the piglet condition. I'm in no condition. I would like to have a Limp Biscuit sausage.
It's just one of those days, guys. Sorry. Tatiana, my energy is gone today. The days are shorter. The cold is weather. The weather is colder. And, but we're happy to see you. We're energized. The new time is difficult for some people, but it's easier for others. But hopefully you're watching the replays later on in the morning or at night. And this show, Station Identification, is also a podcast on Spotify. You can listen to the show on Spotify if you like. You can watch it on Twitter. You can watch it on Twitch. You can watch it on YouTube. You can watch it on Facebook. You can watch it with your eyeballs. I'm gonna pluck one of my eyeballs out during the show. That'll be the grand finale. 1 million subscribers. I'm gonna pluck both eyebrows out. I'm gonna pluck my eyebrows. 1 million subscribers, and I'll pluck my eyebrows, guys. Let's see if anybody will bite. 1 million subscribers. We're on our way. We've only got 999,970. Something like that. 970,700. Yes. Oh, yes. There's a Baby Yoda. Baby Yoda has joined us. This is not a robot Baby Yoda, by the way, Tatiana. This is the actual Baby Yoda. And he says hello. And he's happy that you're here, too. He's very excited that we're going to keep you up all night. You're going to be up all night watching this show. But Redemption, guys. I thought Limp Bizkit. I don't know if they're from LA, but they might be from, I don't know, Hoth. Ganymede.
If you... what number are you? If you were to take all of the moons of Jupiter and put them in a basket, you would have, I don't know, a dozen or so moons out of it. Who knows? I do. Some people know. Nobody knows. It's impossible to know.
Did you know that Saturn has a hexagon?
Yeah.
Oh. Break stuff. Yeah. I remember there was a friend of mine who would constantly play their version of Faith. 'Cause you got to have faith, faith, faith. Yeah, you were thinking of Stained, Tatiana, but you weren't far off. You really weren't. Because think about this. Fred Durst was on the outside. He was looking in. He could see through you. With Aaron Lewis from Stained. Now, you guys might remember... Remember this? Something like that. I'm on the outside. I'm looking through you. I guess it's... I don't know. It's just crappy. You know? It's just not good. There was a time in rock and roll where everything was garbage. And that time was circa 2000. Before that, it was pretty good. Right after that, it was pretty good. But you got to go through a period where everything sucks. And that was circa 2000. I redeemed myself with Redemption Song. Good golly. A time when every rock singer had a fake gravelly voice. Yeah, you know, it's funny you mentioned that.
Hey, Tatiana, what's wrong with a gravelly voice? I am a rock biter after all. I have gravel literally in my voice. I have a gravel voice. I have gravel in my gullet. I have 3 stomachs like a cow. One of my stomachs has Werner Herzog in it. I have a gravelly voice, because I literally gargle gravel. I have a gargly, gravelly, gargle voice. You know what I'm saying? I got a gravelly gargle voice. Hey, you know, there was a time where every rock singer sounds kind of like me, actually. After Eddie Vedder in the 90s was like, every band like Seven Mary 3 and Creed and every band, they were like, row, 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 row. They were like this. It sounded like they were trying to start up a lawnmower. You know what I mean? It was like gimmicky. I would say that Eddie Vedder's voice is just kind of like, he don't know really how to sing. So he just kind of figured it out. And then everybody was like, I want to sound like that. And then Scott Weiland was like, yeah, I'm a man, sex type thing, you know, Scott Weiland from STP. And then you got all the other bands going, these look like big, strong rocks, don't they?
That's true. Do we need an Eddie Cheddar? Well, I think since you mentioned it, yes. I think that's the only requirement for anything on this show. If it is mentioned, it will happen. There'll be Eddie Cheddar, and there'll be 2 Eddie Cheddars, and they will be Batman's cheese nips. Nickelback is 7 Mary 5. There's too much math going on there. 7 Mary 4.5. Let's see. I was just singing Eddie Vedder song right before this that was in my head for no good reason, guys. If you remember, there's a track on. I'll have Rockbiter sing.
Ah, yes, I remember the song. You were walking around singing this right before the broadcast today. Privacy is priceless to me. Privacy is priceless to me. Privacy. Privacy.
That's a deep cut, obscure Pearl Jam song right there. But I was just listening to my favorite Eddie Vedder song in Pearl Jam. I don't know how to turn off the thing, so we're just gonna have to rock out. You guys remember this one? That's off their second album. I like the time it takes for me to put the guitar down. That's part of the show. Part of the show is this, and the other part of the show is that. Jen, I will not ask for you to make a super cut of that. Do not do that, please, because it would just be a lot of this, and then like that. You could probably just take one loop of that. Be like, this was half of the show the other day. It was just the guitar being picked up and put down. Can Nickelback be redeemed? Can you get your nickel back? Can they get their nickel back? No. I don't think so. I think Nickelback is far gone. They're too far gone to be good. You know, they never made it as a poor man. They never Look at this photograph. Rearview mirror, that's a good one, yeah. Yeah, you're right. That was rearview mirror. You know what I like about rearview mirror? We're gonna just turn this into a guitar lesson because, guys, I really do appreciate you guys hanging out with me, even when I'm in like a kind of just a. I think I'm just coming down from the elation from the other day. Also, I had 16 cups of coffee today, not literally though. My favorite part of the rearview mirror song, Will, and this might be some inside baseball, but it's a. Oh, easy. Yeah. So they do this. My bad. And then they do an inversion. I like that. Also, similarly, the band Stone Temple Pilots does this. It's pretty neat if you're a guitar player. This is very esoteric. You know, this is where the show turns into Ricky Beats. Hey, this is Ricky Beats over here. Guys, check out Rick Beato. He's got a good channel on YouTube. He's an older fella who is a producer and a guitar player and a musician, and he likes to dissect songs. And there's just something really compelling about it. And I'm a little bit jealous of his channel because I would like to do that. But this show is more about pop culture and entertainment. But maybe there'll be one show a week where I just take apart songs. And it's pretty fun. Oh, you like STP? How's it go? I forget. It's really cool. That's a really cool song too. Or Rick Beato has a song breakdown about that. Yeah, that's the Big Empty. And then the Big Empty goes like.
They play with dissonance. That's consonants. And that's dissonance. It's pretty neat. Stone Temple Pilots, I highly recommend if you're starting out to play guitar. I know Ange mentioned that she and her brother are going to get some guitars and get some guitar lessons. If you guys are starting out on the guitar, some of the bands to look at with the side eye, like, how'd you do that? Some of the bands are like Stone Temple Pilots. The guitar player, Dean DeLeo, in that band, he's really good. He's a really good guitar player. He's got some interesting... he's got some really good ideas in his songs. I don't remember down, but yeah, suddenly this has turned into the grunge rock episode. But I think that's a redeeming factor. Am I right? My favorite band of the that era of the early 90s would probably be Soundgarden. Just because they were the best one. Sorry, guys. Remember? That's fun. Remember this one? I'm just going to say, remember this one? Also a really good guitar song. And then there's this one by Tool. It's pretty neat. And then my old band had one that went like this. You could check that one out on Nothing. We never released that one. We never released that song. But that song is called Malaria. It's not about the disease. It's just a title for a song that made no sense, and then we went with it. Sometimes that happens. Sometimes you come up with a title for a song, and then you don't ever change it, even though the song never ends up being what it's about, or what the title mentions. Yeah. Yes. All right. Everybody's gonna be rocking out with their 90s tunes tomorrow, which is, I'm glad that I can inspire that in you to do. If you guys are watching on any of the other platforms, oh man, I forgot to plug the microphone into the Instagram, so all of the sound sounds crappy. You're welcome. Yeah, Cornell. There's so many good Soundgarden songs, guys. I highly recommend you check out Soundgarden. A few years ago, about 5 years ago, I went and saw Soundgarden, and I was made fun of. And I was made fun of, I guess, by non-musicians, but they were a couple years older, and then I was like, oh, I got tickets to go see Soundgarden, and then they were like, Soundgarden? Excellent singers, and a singer in the band, excellent songwriters. All of them are songwriters in that band. And when someone like scoffs and they're like, oh, they're even still around, I'm like, yeah, they just came out with an album. And people, they get mad, and then you go, well, these are people I should not hang out with. Because then to judge someone else for the things that they like is just, it's not what we do here. If you like a thing and you can defend that thing, if you can defend, you don't even have to. You could just like a thing. Maybe that's a shirt. Maybe I'll work on that shirt. It just says, like a thing. Anything. If you like it, that's okay. Oh, unless it's like murder or something. If you like murdering, stop it. Don't do that anymore. All right, any requests before I go? Sorry, guys. I've got to do 2 auditions tonight, too, also. But this is my favorite thing to do. I prefer to hang out with everybody every day at 5.
between 5 and 6, 5 days a week on AristotleFullThrottle.com. I prefer to do this. When things start to add up and I'm like, oh, like I've been working since 8 a.m. on things. Guys, I've been working on so many things today, and I'm going to continue working on things until I go to sleep tonight. Yet none of them pay. I mean, there is the hope that one day some of these things will actually pay off. They'll actually yield monetary reward. Currently, though, as an artist, I use that term lightly. As an artist, I'm like, I just got to do these things. Like, I can't help it. I can't help it. I have to do the things to yield artistic products because that's what I have to do. And so I spend lots of time doing those things and creating pictures and music and art and silly shows like this. And the only thing that I can say that is the reward is the psychic reward. I have to do it. It has to be completed in order for me to feel, I don't know, in order for me to feel, in order for me to feel alive, to live, to breathe, to know I'm alive. That was another Tool reference. But what I'm saying is, I do these things because I have to. And right now it's a tricky situation because normally I would take pictures for money. I would do things for money, like jobs, work. Remember jobs? But right now I do this, and I appreciate all of you who support this channel on Patreon. It helps pay the bills. It helps pay the cable bill. It helps pay the internet bill, which keeps the show going. And thank you very much for that. It's kind of a tough time for somebody who likes to create because there's no audience unless, I appreciate you guys watching every day. And, I've been watching every show, and I actually don't appreciate you guys watching. You go home already. Listen, Joe Rogan, Seth Rogen. This is the anti-Joe Rogan show. Later on this week, we're going to have Evan on the show, and we're going to talk about Star Wars probably. Because these are fun things to talk about and discuss and think about, and they help us escape from, the pandemic and the weirdness that goes on every day around us. If we could find a place that's a nice... people watch sports. They sit there, they drink a beer, they watch a baseball game, and then they're like, I did a thing. And I'm like, did you though? They're happy about it. They're like, I know this guy, his stats are 130, he's got this many home runs. That's what I do with movies and music. That's what we do here. We have fun. And you're very delayed in your feed, but yeah, the same experience in the reunion. People scoffed the idea of touring. Yeah, it's weird. File under research and development for your craft. That's what I think. I agree, Will. This is really just, not just. It is not only is it fun, not only is it rewarding to chat with you guys every day. It is it's a fun way to stay on your toes. It's no easy feat to do a show every day. I should have thought of that before I did before I started doing it every day. But I think we've been doing it all right. I think we're doing all right. I got help. I got help from people like Jen the Fierce and Ange. They're helping out the show, and it really does help. It takes some of the weight off my shoulders so I can concentrate on being silly. And that's invaluable to me. But, well, look where we're at. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Jen. I'm just trying to work on doing the things. This year, before the pandemic hit, I was like, I'm just going to focus on acting and voice acting this whole year. And that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to work. I'm going to take a class constantly. I'm going to take an acting class constantly. And you know how that went. It went up till February. It went right up to March, actually. 1 week before they shut everything down was my last acting class of this year in March. And that was, 47 months ago? But I appreciate you guys watching and your support. And, this may not have been the best Aristotle Full Throttle show, but I promise you, I will redeem myself. It's all about redemption. I'm trying to stick to themes here, you know what I mean? Try to create a cohesive show, even though there'll be randomness. It'll be random and cohesive. There'll be a through line, a theme to every episode. Got to sharpen those improv skills. Will, I took those classes at UCB, and they were good. They actually have a book on how to improvise. And it kind of sounds silly, and I feel like I always just did this anyway. I literally did this since I was a kid. My brother was telling me how we used to make audio cassettes and record radio shows just like this and be silly and make stuff up. Well, hopefully, Tatiana, we can lull you back into a dream world where you can dream of myriad things. Don't get bitten by a snake, though. Not in your dreams. Did you ever have a dream? That is the question we ask every day here. Well, guys, I'll play the guitar on the way out if you want. I'll probably be sitting here playing guitar for a little while. It's good. It's good to hone your crafts. So, guys, find a thing that you like doing every day and do it every day if you can. If it's eating cheese doodles, well, maybe do that every other day. I like eating cheese doodles. I could do that every day. But, try to find something that you could build upon. Although, the jalapeno Cheetos are the best ones. I don't care what you say. I don't care where you're from. The hot Cheetos, the jalapeno hot Cheetos, they're the best ones. They're the best chip. You might not agree with me, but that's okay. If you were like our friend earlier who was reporting this show to the FBI, which would be excellent if we get reported to the FBI, I would really, in Wisconsin, the FBI in Wisconsin, speaking of cheese, I would hope that this show would be notable enough to be prosecuted. This really is the highlight of my day, guys. I hope that it is a way for you to go to sleep. So we agreed The Shawshank Redemption is the greatest redemption story, and Star Wars. Except for Star Wars Episode 9, which is the worst. That's what we learned. Well, guys, Star Wars Episode 9, The Rise of Skywalker, is the absolute worst Star Wars movie ever created. I'm Aristotle, Full Throttle, your bro with the fro. And I'll see you tomorrow.